So in this video, I want to talk about a couple of things here. I want to talk about how my father had many grown adults watch me while I'd strip off all my clothing and squat in front of them. And you would think these were like doctors or nurses. No, they're just staff members undertrained that have 2 years degree or just psychology or regular staff members. You got a whole room sometimes full of these people that's rotating, and they're not helping you, no, and they're trying to check you. Literally, I'm 12 years old, right? I've done nothing wrong, nothing to be deserving any of this. My mother is spinning fantasies, trying to make me out to be some serial killer kid or something. Literally for being trafficked and poisoned, and oh my God, did they, make up so many fantasies. Oh my God, he's such a bad kid. What is he doing? The scientific method. He might be a genius. He's trying to figure out how to make like fireproof stuff to put out fire. I mean, did he ever say he was trying to harm an animal? No. Did he ever try to? What did he do? Oh, he played with a match. Okay, so he played with matches. Huh. So what should you do when your son plays with matches? Well, according to my father, you should have like 40 other grown people, have him bend down naked and check this bum hole for things hiding in it as he goes home or gets to visit with his parents. You know, you visit with your parents and then you get naked in front of different adults and get your bum hole checked. You remember that from childhood, right? Oh, that's only orphans like me who have to get naked daily, squat and get the bum hole checked because they played with matches. Yes, not just that. That's not the only time. There was staff members that had to see me naked. There was all different types of times where I was demanded to get naked. I mean, if I was in the shower, they were allowed to grab you and throw you out of the shower naked. There was no privacy. At the age of 9, there's no privacy. These staff members were going into the women. This is a male, black male, going into a naked 9-year-old girl's shower to restrain her on the ground naked. This stuff was going on all the time. You know how many times I had to be naked in front of strangers and either squat, have cavity checks. I'm not even kidding. If you check the paperwork during that Lowell treatment center at age 12 when I was just playing with a match, yeah, that's what I did. I played with matches. Yeah. Okay. What was the problem here? Impulse control issues, drugs, and I had a curiosity that actually wasn't ever. I wasn't able to go to school. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn more. I mean, it could have been easily stimulated by digging a moat or a pit or trying to teach me science or anything. Somebody else tried to do that with me, and that's why I came up with a scientific method with the slug, kind of with a bunch of other shows about Nova and the Romans and other educational programs. Didn't think educational programs would lead me astray. Um, but apparently, with my mother's fantasies trying to make me seem like this other firebug, and after being in those places, it really took a toll on me because I'm literally spending months with actual firebugs. So, I mean, some of these people are really nuts in these institutions, and you got me. All I want to do is have a home, a family, go to school. I make a slip and slide. I mean, in Texas, I was a normal kid. In Westwood, I was a normal kid. The only thing unnormal is my mother's druggings and pill abuse. I mean, in Texas, I was fine. New Mexico, oh my God, nuts. But I was fine. Maine, my mother was acting nuts. I was not quite fine. The cat even fucking ripped her heads to pieces and she bled everywhere. And it wasn't like I wasn't showing signs of attachment. I was tucking my father in when he was drunk in Maine on the couch with blankets. I was worried about my mother when she was bleeding from a cat. I was always trying to help. I was worried when they were sick. I was always very loving to them. But as my mother kept on abusing me, it really took a toll. And then I'm having to get naked in front of strangers. People are abusing me. Black men are choking me. And they're acting like this is no big deal. I mean, they're doing it to me again and again and again. Now I'm getting a double dose and being held down and injected with drugs against my will. This is going to scar me for life. And they're acting like playing with matches and having me get naked in front of strangers, squatting, getting cavity checks, having people literally give me a double dose in the same hour because they are underpaid and understaffed. We have a broken system right here. And with a mother making stories like mine without giving them proper information and context, it's only going to get me hurt. And that's exactly what happened. Because if you actually got the context of what was going on, it would be great. I wish there was an adult in my life. But when I was growing up, I was a child. My mother was acting like a psycho, and my father was playing in the tulips in La La Land. So I had no adult to help me. Instead, I had to ride the pain. And still to this day, I'm riding my mother's pain, waiting for the day I can live my own life. I keep on trying to live my own life, and I work. So, oh my God, the amount of effort I put into trying to overcome the barriers that my father and mother have put. I mean, there's already been so many I've had to overcome, and just one after another. They continuously are trying to throw things in my way, so I have to overcome them. It's just terrible. They're not trying to help me. They're not improving my life. I mean, do you think they improved me by helping me get a license? You think they improved my health during childhood? You think they gave me a good education? You think they gave me good food so I'd have a strong, healthy body? No, I was getting food poisoned in New Mexico. I was having to get naked in front of strangers. I wasn't getting injected with weird drugs. Absolutely not. But I did learn how to be the most forgiving. I mean, I have this knack for forgiveness. I've had people continuously just try to beat me up or poison me or steal from me or use me. And no matter what, I don't let it get me down. The only thing that gets me down is I can't live out in the woods in a cave someplace. That is overkill. I mean, if you want to burn me, that's fine. Whatever. I don't like it. I'm going to beat you up for it. I'm going to defend myself. But it's forgivable. But I mean, death, there is no forgiveness after death. If I die from the elements because of somebody else's choices, that's not right. I mean, all I wanted to ever do was go to school. And I'm not talking about college or I'm talking about regular, like fourth grade. All I wanted to do was go to fourth grade, have a normal friend, have normal kids. I mean, but no, I'm being trafficked around, being poisoned, just madness, complete madness. I mean, you don't think it hurt my development spending months and months and months, getting strip search, cavity searches, getting naked in front of me, being these doctors' playthings where they just inject me with this drug and then inject me with this drug and then give me these pills and these pills and these pills. And then my roommate makes up a story, so they decide to give me my meds twice. I mean, this just fucking. I mean, this is not helping a child's development. That's for sure. It's not going to get me to stop playing with matches. It's going to make me want to play with matches more. It's going to make me be like, okay, well, this is not right. Because I'm told this has nothing to do with me playing with matches. This has to do with my mother turning that into a further mental illness that doesn't exist. It's normal behavior that I have seen in many other normal children. Ooh, fire glows. It's been in mankind. I mean, adults are more firebugs than children. You should see what I see adults doing. Oh, wow. On their own properties, but it's perfectly legal. You're allowed to have a campfire. You're allowed to cook out. The key is keeping it in control. You control the fire. You got to teach these lessons to your child.